What is a lay and VLay? We're going to go ahead and talk about it. I'm going to introduce it to you and how it impacts blockchains and why we need to talk about this, as well as a pharmacy association did a 3-year study with blockchain. And I want to show you what some of these companies that are experimenting in blockchain are, and you'll never believe some of the biggest names around the world in pharmaceuticals. All right, guys. Hey, I'm Robert Doyle. Welcome back to the channel. If you like crypto content or talking about the economy, this is the right channel for you. If you're not subscribed, please do so. 45% of you are not, but you keep coming back and watching videos. I love you for that. Just hit that subscribe button and we'll be cool. All right, guys, check us out. Lay used in real world blockchain applications. Let's go ahead and talk about this. I'm gonna play a video and then we're gonna talk about it.
In today's digital world, trust can no longer be established with a handshake or a paper-based signature. Technology innovations are redefining how organizations formally connect with one another. The world's economies must now modernize the technologies we use to establish trust. This can only be realized through a digitized system of business identity verification that is used globally. The LEI, managed by the nonprofit organization Glyph, is already a recognized and universally trusted form of business identification. Through the introduction of the verifiable LEI, also known as VLEI, we are bringing these benefits to the digital economy.
The LEI is a recognized and trusted open system for legal entity identification. Having a trusted way of exchanging data is imperative to any kind of business transaction. The VLEI is the building block that provides identification, authentication, and authenticity to the data.
The pharmaceutical industry is showing an early example of VLEI. As a fully digitized LEI service, it is bringing innovation significantly forward. Pharma Ledger is a project that brings together 12 global pharmaceutical companies and 17 public and private entities. The purpose is to create a widely trusted platform that supports the design and adoption of blockchain-enabled healthcare solutions. Here, the VLEI is being used to confirm the authenticity of participants on the platform.
Situation that we have today is that usually onboarding new trading partners takes time. It takes a long process to verify different bank accounts or locations, addresses, individuals, and this is a process that can take days or even weeks to do it. So we see that in the future, when we want to do things more real time, more efficiently, the V give us the opportunity to basically create these trading relationships almost instantaneously, okay? And then introducing the variable, the VLay, or VLEI. Glyph has pioneered a new form of digital organizational identity to meet the global need for automated authentication and verification of legal entities across a range of industries called the verifiable lay, VLay. By creating the VLay, Glyph is now answering to this urgent and unmet need for pioneering a multi-stakeholder effort to create a new global ecosystem for organizational digital identity. The VLay concept is simple. It is the secure digital counterpart of the conventional lay. In other words, it's a digital trustworthy version of the 20-digit lay code, which is automatically verified without the need of human intervention. Digital certificates, even though highly applicable, widely used, and covered in many legislations, have not solved digital identity entirely. Certificates are not unique. The information contained within might be outdated, and revocation has always been on an issue. Furthermore, there are so many schemes at the same time. The digital certificate issued in one country under a local scheme might not be usable by the owner in another country. Last but not least, digital certificates follow different schemes tailored for a certain context. There are not per se interoperable. Digital certificates do not provide the mission that has been envisioned by Glyph. Each business worldwide should have only one global identity. The industry has considered the issues and then devised a new approach of digital identification management. Thanks to the advance of distributed ledger technology, blockchain technology, and digital identity management, with the additional feature of decentralized identification verification are now possible. Based on a concept known as self-sovereign identity, or the new approach to authentication and verification of digital identity begins as a means by which a person, the identifier holder, has control of his or her personal data over how, when, and whom that data is revealed. This approach is set to transform the nature and the identity of management and how person to entity or entity to entity interactions take place in the digital world. It can address
the need for automation and verification while maintaining digital privacy and confidentiality. The lei plays a key role in this process. And then check out these companies, right? We're not going to get into this because it's really, this is old news, September 22nd. This was in January 2020. They did a 3-year, 36-month long thing. So this was over earlier this year. But just look at some of these companies that are thinking of getting into blockchain. Guys, you have some of the biggest: Pfizer, Bayer, Roche, Abive. I don't know some of these companies, but some of these companies are massive. And I know you're going to look at this list and be like, hey, that's probably the company I get my medication from, or that's where I get my vaccination from, whatever it is, guys. The world is moving to blockchain. The pharmaceutical world, real estate world, commodity world, everything is moving to blockchain. And this is where a lot of this value is going to live and end up. All right. Last but not least, from ISO 20022, adoption of lei will increase when payment systems shift to ISO in 2023, as banks will be required to. All right, it says down here, it says 2 surveyed financial stability board members expect the adoption of lei will increase when SWIFT and major wholesale payment systems shift to ISO 20022 in November of this year, as banks will be required to get and lei to continue participating in such systems such as Germany and India. Financial Stability Board members to consider linkage of lei to domestic identifiers in their digital infrastructures to promote interoperability of lei and other identifiers to facilitate automated reconciliation and validation. Guys, this is the way the world's heading, and we need all of these pieces to drop into place for the whole entire system to be ready to be used on a massive scale, guys. We are getting there slowly but surely, and soon November will be here, and we will either have very high hopes for December, or we're going to be like, man, we're waiting again for more updates. What it's going to be, I hope for the latter, but you never know in this crypto space, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.